I'm a safe driver. I keep my phone in my pocket.
Nice dog.
My hands at 10 and 2, and my temper in the glove box.
Come on, I was just about to turn around there.
But distractions still lurk around every corner.
So, David, thank you for inviting me into your home. Obviously, we're here to talk about issues. What is your issue?
My issue is that every now and then I'll be driving along in the car listening to the radio.
All at the market's best prices. It's fresher
And there'll be some ad that comes on.
Parking spaces.
It'll have a traffic noise in it. It'll be a horn going or a siren, and it can be quite disruptive.
Picking up the kids. At Auckland Transport, we're
I
making...
might react, I might put on the brakes, get a little bit of a fright. Nothing major, but it's enough to give you just a little bit more stress in your day.
Have you ever reacted in a way that's meant you've swerved into oncoming traffic?
I haven't quite had an accident from it yet.
But it's a matter of time.
It's a matter of time. It's a matter of time.
When you're driving, are you someone that gets kind of regularly tooted at, and that's sort of why you're a bit on edge?
There are a lot of toots that go on while I'm driving, but they're not tooting at me.
Oh, right, okay. So you're not tooted at, there's just toots around in the atmosphere.
I happen to be driving through a lot of toots.
Do you toot at other people, other road users?
I like to toot every now and then.
Yep. So at friends, like, hey, oh, toot toot.
At friends, at people who could be friends.
If they drove better.
If they drove better.
David, can you think of any specific ads where this is happening?
So I know Auckland Transport does some where there's a horn noise.
Leaving you at home more often. Your car doesn't have to be...
Brownie's mattress is another example.
What kind of a
They've
thing's
got a siren that goes on.
It's our massive 86 birthday sale!
So it sounds like there could be some kind of an incident with
an
emergency services.
Right. And you don't want to be thinking that when you're driving.
I don't want to be thinking that if it's not happening. If it's happening,
yes, then you do want to think about it. Obviously, I can see this as a real issue for you and probably for many, many New Zealanders. What would you like me to do about it?
Maybe we need to think about a ban. I don't know. I think there needs to be some responsibility taken by these companies first and foremost. There's so many ways they could be advertising, and they can be a little bit more creative about it, I think.
Absolutely. All right, well, David, leave it with me. I'm on the job. Thank you.
It can go back to being a space for...
David may be onto something. Because once I started listening out for these ads, I couldn't escape them.
Your car doesn't have to be...
I had a meeting that wasn't
I need to speak with someone who knows their way around a centre console. So I've come to the home of grids, gas guzzlers, and Greg Murphy.
Hello. Hi, Greg. How's it going?
In a rental car?
And this is what we can get.
That was it. The budget was short.
Oh, well. Help, come on. So what is the speed limit on the track, Greg?
There is no speed limit, love.
There's no speed limit?
No speed limit on the track.
That's not safe, is it? So, Greg, obviously, I mean, you know about driving, about roads, cars, a bit more than most. What would you say are some of the biggest distractions?
The number one is mobile phones.
Right.
If you're distracted, if you're looking at a phone or, you know, you're doing something you shouldn't be when you're driving, and then someone runs out. See, now that was a distraction. I did not see that coming or feel
I didn't either.
Coming.
It distracted me. What about radio ads, you know, on the radio that have got vehicle or car noises in them? What do you think about that?
If you are paying attention and you are listening and, you know, driving along, and next minute on the radio that happens, it could be, you could very easily be distracted into looking in your mirror or going, oh shoot, have I done something wrong? Am I in trouble? I suppose so.
I'll do my shoe up. My shoes come undone.
Oh,
I thought these were loud. It's not very loud,
that's
though,
actually
is it?
probably the biggest distraction. Lucky you've got a helmet on.
I know.
Did you hit your head?
Yeah, no, we've got the helmet on. Didn't feel a thing, actually. Loved it. Great. Can we turn the radio on as well?
Boost your budget with Everyday Rewards at Woolworths.
Shame it's not a song.
Boost in the Everyday Rewards app before you get to the checkout. Collect 10 points on those products. Remember, you can redeem the offer as many times as you like till Sunday.
That could be the biggest distraction ever.
What's that? You're driving?
No, the horn.
I can't actually hear because of this helmet, so it's quite... No, it's quite loud.
Well, how about I see now in the rental car if I can distract you?
Okay.
So,
With Greg confirming my suspicions that horns and sirens are a
ain't
distraction.
no race car.
Oh,
Not terrible.
shit.
I've got to put pedal to the metal and get them off the airwaves. So who makes the rules for ads? All roads have led me to the Advertising Standards Authority. they wouldn't talk to me, so I've hit a dead end. The ASA did tell me that the use of sirens and horns isn't a common concern, and they directed me to previous complaints that weren't upheld. Like this one, where a complainant argued a police siren in a Waka Kotahi ad was a dangerous distraction. So I'm going to a place where the ASA standards are put into practice. To meet Ali, one of Aotearoa's best ad makers.
I mean, what are the rules around making a radio ad?
The first thing, it's got to be simple.
Right.
It's got to be really simple. Then making sure that the sales message, what we are advertising, is incredibly clear and simple.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
But behind every creative is an account manager.
If I wanted to get my ad on the radio, what would I have to do?
We'd look at a couple of things. We'd look at who are you trying to target in terms of audience.
Everyone.
Yeah, okay, mass audience, yeah.
Can I put anything in an ad? Even if I wasn't trying to sell anything, all I wanted to do was hear my voice on the radio.
Sure, if you want to pay for it, yeah.
Yeah, if I want to pay for it.
As long as it's not, you know...
I'm Karen O'Leary, and Paddy Gower has issues at 7:30 p.m. on 3.
That sounded pretty good. So ASA make these guidelines, and what's the kind of general gist of the guidelines?
There to protect people, right? It's like targeting kids irresponsibly. You know, we don't want to do that. Swearing,
Sexy stuff.
harmful content.
Is there anything in the guidelines about horns or sirens?
Not as far as I don't think so.
Okay, so we need sirens. Sirens?
Alrighty,
Yeah.
yep, we can do sirens.
Great. I need like an air raid signal, like from the war.
Oh, yeah?
Air raid, like.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, could it come under something in the guidelines, you know?
Yeah.
Causing fear or distress.
So that is part of the guidelines.
That is in the guideline, yeah. But it's just a police siren causing fear.
I guess if you're a criminal, maybe yes. And what about, do you have a sound like of like a Karen, like not me, like a Karen like, having a go at someone? Like, let's say I wanted to have lots of sirens and car horns in my ad.
Yeah.
Would that be okay?
Yeah, we would just have to, you know, maybe get a few people just to have a listen and check if they're cool with it.
Who do you think wouldn't be cool with it?
I mean, if you're impersonating a police siren and someone's driving in the car, that's probably not ideal.
Right.
So we might need to just check with legal on a few things.
Smoke alarm. Smoke alarm? You see that?
Pretty annoying.
It's so annoying.
Pretty annoying.
You get your teeth out like. How often have you had to say, nah, you can't have that ad on?
I mean, it's very rare it happens. We usually would try and work with you to come up with a solution that everyone's happy with so we can get it on air.
Yep.
And that might mean maybe dialing back the sirens or doing it not as loud.
Gotcha.
I guess it depends on what the point of it is. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
That was quite nice.
Yeah.
Phone Nordisk Pharmaceuticals Limited, Auckland.
Stop! I'm Karen O'Leary, and Paddy Gower has issues. For us at 7:30 p.m. on 3. If you've got an issue, we will.
Get it out of the way!
Join Paddy Gower and Karen O'Leary.
On TV3 or on 3 Now. That's a bad ad.
Steve and Shelley Wellington's Breeze. It is 17 to 9. You've got a big issue that you want to discuss with us.
So my issue basically, guys, is car horns and sirens in radio ads.
Okay.
Like, you know, like if you're driving and you hear a car horn or a siren, it can get really distracted. You might think, oh my gosh, I'm in an emergency, or oh my gosh, the police are after me.
But
yeah.
You know that you're listening to an ad break on the radio, right? So
my best friend Dave has got a real issue with this, and it adds stress to his journey.
I mean, listen, I've only been doing this job for 35 years.
Oh, right.
And you're literally the first person to ever bring this up in that whole time.
I was pretty sure that I always had a friend in the breeze, okay? And that's why I've come to you guys. Okay, look, can I just ask you, look, even if it's just 1 week, could you please not play any ads with just 1 week? With
do you know
horns
what?
Or sirens?
You know, we want to help if we can.
We want you to feel safe.
This is way above our pay grade. We don't have any ability to ban or stop, or we just do what we're told.
So I need to go find someone a bit higher up.
Way higher up.
So, higher up I go. Although this is actually just a single-story office. So, John, what is your official title?
National Creative Director for MediaWorks.
And that means?
I'm in charge of the people that write all the ads and produce all the commercials for our audio.
Okay, well, you're exactly the person I need to talk to because I'm here because of my best friend David, who wants car horns and sirens banned from radio ads. Can you do that for me and for him?
I can certainly look into it, yes, yeah. It's
Great.
part of our policy to ensure that we are doing the right thing for our listeners.
So you're saying that potentially you can do something about this?
We can potentially do something, depending on what the policies are by the ASA.
Okay, well that sounds really positive. I don't normally get a straight away, yes, we can try and help you, Karen, so that's fantastic. How will you go about changing the policy? What are you going to have to do to get this changed?
That's something that we can definitely talk with the ASA about, understand what the guidelines are, and then review how many complaints we get.
Right, so you'll have to liaise with the ASA,
Absolutely.
but you can do that, you've got that power?
Yes.
Do you know you've got some friends there?
We do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So with the ads that you make in-house, do you think you could ask people to be just a little bit more aware of the kinds of sounds they're using in the ads?
Absolutely, yes, we can do that, and we can talk to our suppliers as well.
Well, John, thank you so much. I think you're going to make a real difference for David and the 12 other people that have this issue in Aotearoa, so thank you so much.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it. Thank you. See you later. Think about it though, because what about this? Harbour City, you're a friend of mine. No sirens or horns on the breeze.